like, there's a lot, like, I've met a lot of, I have a lot of single girlfriends, okay? And, like, they are so amazing, and, like, they're these empowered, beautiful women that are just, like, they have so much to offer.
I hope this camera keep going.
No, we're going to let the camera keep rolling.
This is not true.
Of course you got a lot of single female friends, because women keep women single. Usually you don't find all these single women with all these happily married female friends. Most of their friends are going to be single like them. They got to keep each other company. And the longer they go without a relationship, the harder they're going to fight to keep their other, female friends single. And you say they have so much to offer. Yeah, they have so much to offer their other single friends. Companionship, love, ego boost. But they don't got much to offer a man. If they did, they would have been snatched up by now. And let me guess, if one of your girlfriends did find a man, he got to get approval from all you dingbats. And you're going to do everything in your power to run him off. Keeping the cycle going. Gotta love it, don't you?
Men out here are doing the absolute bare minimum, and they're so lazy at trying to, like, just understand and get to know these women. Like, for men out there, like, a successful, educated, like, independent, badass woman.
You're an idiot. Men don't want any of those things. Any woman who would describe herself as these things are a huge turnoff to most men. Because we know she's going to be trying to compete. She's going to be trying to wear the pants in a relationship. Nobody wants that. No man wants that. And the reason so many women believe that because they keep talking to other women about this who are validating them and making them seem like they're intelligent when they're not.
Recently figured out that I'm autistic. Well, last November.
If guys are doing the bare minimum, it's because they don't believe you're worth anything more than the bare minimum. And you're confirming that in this video. If you're so successful, educated, independent, and badass, go keep being that for the rest of your lives. Hope you make over 100K though. Because most of the women who don't, the other 80% of women who don't, they're going to have a hard time retiring. They're going to work till they literally croak. Because y'all keep thinking y'all don't need a man, you just want a man. But if you actually punch the numbers, you realize you need a man. A lot of you women get too hyped off 60, 70K. That's not enough to comfortably retire on. Especially when you're not making outside investments. Especially when you spend everything you make pretty much. And you got all this credit card debt and BS. But you're not smart enough to know that.
Why aren't you wifing them up?
Because they're not wives.
Like, what is your deal? Why do you feel like you're insecure and you can't, like, what is, like, because that's what my ex said to me.
You just don't get it, do you? You don't.
He was like, I'm not good enough for you, like, all these things, I can't give you the things that you deserve. And it's like, why don't you just be better for me then?
How about no?
And it's going to be that for the rest of their lives. Be better, be better. Who wants to be on that hamster wheel? And when she says be better, she's not talking about character, morals, values, or anything like that. She's talking about make more money and be more impressive for her status. Superficial, demonic bullshit. I hope this brother that said that don't actually believe it. He just said that to get her out of his hair so he could leave comfortably.
Something that no one really talks about in dating is how you feel absolutely ridiculous. Like, you meet someone, you connect, and you start thinking to yourself, oh my gosh, like, this could literally be it.
It's officially stepdaddy season. Yeah, what up? I got the car seat in the back. Let's go to the park.
It's like, you know what, we connected, but then you also are like, I literally just met this person, right? And so then you just kind of downplay it and you're like, oh my gosh, like, no, that's ridiculous.
Look, it's ridiculous to be trying to date as a single mom, period. You should try to go back to your ex. Oh, he's toxic, so are you. So maybe y'all should just get back together and both get therapy and improve together. Don't bring this poop show to some other man's life. Why don't you just deal with the consequences of your bad decisions and make it work with your baby daddy?
You got something better to do, and it's not you.
Online talking about your personal life with your kid in the background. Woo, such a great mommy.
We just met, but here's the thing. It's okay to be a little bit delusional and
Wrong.
It's okay to be optimistic that, you know what, this very well could be your person. It could be, because we don't know. We don't know. And I know that, 9 times out of 10, every other time hasn't been it. But you know what, babe? This could be the time.
You're wrong.
And maybe it's not, and that's okay too. Just enjoy the experience, no expectations. But it's okay to be excited that you met someone and you connect and you enjoy each other's company.
It's not okay to be delusional when you have another human you're responsible for. You need to be really practical. But I guess that's what a man brings to your life. What you should have been vetting for when you were 16, instead of who's hot and who's tall. And at the bottom you can see it says, just don't be so hard on yourself. No, that's the problem. You need to start being hard on yourself so you can become a better woman.
How about that?
What does that mean?
What I just said.
For your little one, if nothing else. Or they're going to keep seeing you in and out of dudes' cars every night. They're going to see dudes in and out the house. Different guys, different stepdaddies. Women's lack of accountability manifests in a lot of evil ways that, blue pill people try to sweep under the rug. In a lot of ways, women really destroy society with their lack of rationality and critical thinking and horrible decisions. Continuous horrible decisions. But I guess I should blame the men for letting it get to this point.
Don't be so hard on yourself. Enjoy the experience.
No, thanks.
Men really be out here having the audacity. Let me tell you about the date that I went on last night. Now, I really don't go on a lot of dates because, first of all, I'm super fucking busy.
Right.
And the majority of the time when I go on dates, it ends up being disappointing for me.
She think it's a flex to say, oh, I'm super, super busy. Look, your life is empty. You go home alone every night wishing you had somebody. Nobody cares about that job you have. Nobody.
Nobody gives a f about that. Right?
Nobody see you as a big boss. No matter what your stupid girlfriends tell you. You're just another lost woman trying to project high value, but you're not doing anything wholesome or righteous in your life probably. I highly doubt it. It's all about looking impressive for social media. And even if you do make a lot of money, I'm sure you blow most of it. You're not investing. You're not donating to charity. It's all about designer and, BS and going out to drink.
Every time. It's not necessarily their fault. I just don't feel it. Like, I know exactly what I'm looking for.
Like, no, Chad, don't want to just hang out with you for the weekend.
And also, I can't remember the last time I was attracted to someone, like interested in someone. It doesn't happen often for me, which is a shame. But so that means going on dates is a waste of my time usually. But I try to go on them because I'm also a logical person, and and I know you have to put yourself out there.
It's not logical to talk about your personal life on social media. And this whole thing about I'm usually not attracted to people, most women aren't attracted to most guys, so this is true. If you don't pick a guy between 18 and 23, you're pretty much doomed. It's not impossible, but it's a low chance you're ever going to find a man that you truly respect, fall in love with, and have a healthy, lifelong relationship. By the time a woman get too independent-minded and she doing her own thing and she just so busy, it's usually a wrap, especially after 25. Because she tasted a little bit of everything, so now she's looking for all that in one, and that doesn't exist. So just stay focusing on your career and being a boss babe. Just focus on that for a lifetime. I'm sure that'll benefit society in major, major ways.
From the bat, this date I was not feeling good about it. He has like a training that he does pretty much every night that ends at 10. So when we were trying to set up this date, he kept being like, oh, I can meet you at 10. And I was like, what? Like, do you hear yourself? Like, I'm in bed at 11. Like, no, I'm not meeting you at 10. Like, what the fuck, on a Tuesday? No. Then we finally find a time to meet, which was yesterday. And when we're trying to figure out where to go, he tells me that he doesn't live in Paris. He lives south of Paris. And I'm like, oh, okay. And he's like, so maybe we can find a spot in the middle. And I'm like, yeah, that works. And I'm like, well, I'm really busy today. Like, do you know of a place that would work in between? He's like, yeah. Sends me a place, and I put it in Google Maps to see how in between it is. It's 40 minutes for me, 16 for him.
City boy! City boy!
Yeah, you're not worth that. You're not worth driving more than 16 minutes for. You lucky you got that. You're a low-quality woman. High-quality women all around don't struggle in dating. High-quality women aren't on the dating market after 25. Fucking period. Yeah, there's always going to be anomalies, but you can't base your life on anomalies. If you're not willing to come second to your man, you won't find a man worth having or worth, respecting. I know you want a man who's on your level or higher, but the problem is a man on your level or higher isn't going to make all these concessions and, I got to work around her schedule. No, you're going to work around his schedule or he's going to not deal with you. He'll find someone younger and prettier who will work around his schedule. Women like this want high-value men to settle, and they're not going to do it.
No way.
Like, you selfish motherfucker. So I literally messaged him, and I was like, c'est 15 minutes pour moi, 16 pour toi? No. And he's like, oh, sorry, do you know of a better place? And I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll just go find the place, even though that was your job. Fine. So then I find a place that's actually in the middle.
You know this guy's highly attractive and is on the level she wants because she's putting in all this effort. And she's still talking about him on TikTok. Women like this don't talk about average Joes on TikTok. So when they come on these videos and talk about how terrible these guys are, they're really just saying, I'm in love with them and I'm devastated that it didn't work out.
Ding, ding, ding. What do we have for her, Johnny?
And here's where it gets great. 30 minutes before we're supposed to meet, this motherfucker sends me this text message. For those who don't speak French, I'll translate. He basically is saying, hey, do you think you can send me a couple photos of yourself here on WhatsApp? Sorry to ask, it's just that I've had some bad surprises when I've met up with people and I don't want us to waste time. To which I reply, LOL, what?
Okay, do you see that word at the end of the white blob? I'm not going to say it on the channel, but that's hilarious. I hope he called her that.
First of all, there's photos of me on Bumble. Second of all, even if you feel that way, because if you really want to compare who's been more disappointed, I guarantee you I've been more disappointed than you have.
See? She already competing with him about who been disappointed more. This is why she going to keep failing. Stop being in competition with a man. I already knew her mentality before the video got into 10 seconds.
Even when I want to ask those questions, even if I want to say to you, send me a picture of yourself standing next to a measuring tape against the wall so we can see if you're actually the height that you say you are.
Shallow, superficial, not caring about character.
Because spoiler alert, he wasn't. I don't say those things even though I want to, because I know that saying something like that puts the tone of the date in a bad way, an uneven playing field. That person's now going to enter the date feeling like self-conscious. It's a good thing to say. But on top of this, I look exactly like my Bumble photos. I've actually had a lot of guys tell me that I look better in real life than I do in my photos. So actually, they're like happily surprised when they meet me.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God. Stop your fucking lying.
Maybe your best course would be to tread lightly.
I don't know. But I was laughing about this as if he thinks he's going to be the one disappointed after this date. Like, bro, be fucking for real.
I'm disappointed watching this video. So I know he would have been disappointed being on an hour or 2 hour long date with you.
And that's not an insult, that is just a fact of life.
So I didn't send them. He was then 30 minutes late to the date. The date was fine. It's not good, not bad.
She's trying to shame him, but she waited 30 minutes for him. What does that say about this guy's status and looks and stuff? She's gonna try to shame him because it didn't work out. But we know this guy was creme de la creme.
I'm still single, in case you're wondering. Promise you, it's not my fault. It's not me.
It's you.
Hey, yeah, it is you. You get to say that about a woman. Why can't you say women are wrong when they're wrong?
You want to be making moves on the street, have no attachments, allow nothing to be in your life that you cannot walk out on in 30 seconds flat.
Okay, first of all, I didn't miss the red flags. I looked at them and thought, damn, that's sexy. And that's my problem.